Hi folks. Well, today I would like to discuss with you a column that appeared in today's Dallas Morning News. And it's a column of it takes up a whole column. I guess that's why they call it a column. And here's what this column was in reference. The young lady who wrote this column, Beyond the Church Offering, her name is Jamie Anne Richardson. Now, by all accounts, checking out on the internet, this young lady, she seems like a wonderful, delightful person. So I mean no disparaging remarks towards her. In this video, when I use the term liberal, I use it as a negative term, and I'm not going to use it in reference to Miss Anne Richardson here, because I do not know if she's liberal or if she's conservative, but this column is very liberal, alright? So please take no offense, Miss Richardson, to this video in reference to the use of the word liberal. Alright, enough of the disclaimers. The young lady writes in here about how money is being spent voluntarily, mainly through churches. And she illustrates some of the wasteful spending by mentioning a town here in Texas called Allen, Texas, that recently spent $60 million to build a high school football stadium. Now, Miss Richardson is a native of Texas. She should understand more than I that football is king here in Texas. But never mind that. If the citizens of Allen, Texas have no problem with their city spending $60 million on a football stadium, then nobody else should have a problem with that. It's their tax money. Friday nights in Texas in the fall is devoted solely to high school football. She also goes on to say, why those presidential candidates, $800 million. So, once again, that money is donated voluntarily. And the $800 million doesn't go into someone's pocket. It goes on into productivity, creating advertisements, meals, transportation, the people who work in those industries. So the wealth is distributed. See? Alright. In other words, the rich guy donates $2,000. It goes to the middle class person catering an event. See? So the $800 million is money well worth spending. Then she goes on to write in here that in the first 6 months of 2012, here in the state of Texas, people spent $3.3 billion on lottery tickets. Hey, I'm going to have to agree with her here. That is a lot of money. But guess what? It's none of your business. If people want to spend money and engage in this voluntary tax, that's their business. The way they spend their money and engaging and participating in a voluntary tax. Now, if someone's depriving their family of food and mortgage or rent, then that's a problem. But I doubt if that's happening in the vast majority of lotto players, alright? She goes on to also laments about the basic part of this article about churches and how they spend their money. She says that churches in the United States collect annually around $103 billion. Shazam! That's a lot of money, folks. And even so, it's money donated voluntarily by the congregants of that church, of that mosque, of that temple, of that synagogue. Do you understand that? It's not money that's forced out of them. She laments that 85% of that money is spent internally on the maintenance of the staff and the religious institution. Once again, I have to say so. And she says only 50% is provided for outreach programs. Listen to me. People who go to church normally donate also to outside organizations. People who go to church go there and donate for the upkeep of that church. You understand? She's lamenting in here that probably the money could be spent better helping people in the communities. But you know something? You're also helping people who are members of the congregation on the upkeep of those grounds, on having these facilities, on having the paid staff. Because it has been proven that people who participate regularly in religious services, they are healthier and live longer. Oh, here it is. So please do not criticize us for the way we spend our money voluntarily. Where the criticism should be is the way the government spends our money that they confiscate from us involuntarily. That's where it should be. But see, to liberals, they are all too consumed in telling us on how to spend our money. It's none of your business, as long as it's not towards a negative pursuit, as long as we're not breaking any laws, and as long as we're not depriving our families. That's it, kids. All right. We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the nation you happen to be in. And God bless all of you who belong to religious institutions and spend the money your way. And also those of you who do not belong to religious institutions and spend your money your way. See ya.